and the journey continues. Here we are to another weekly recap. And this could not have gone any better because I have already recorded this and I did not turn on the audio. So that goes right along with what I was just saying. Shit is going to happen. And I just talked about that when I just tried to record a second ago. And the shit that happened last week was actually planned with an optimist outlook. And so it was a Disney trip with my family. So obviously didn't get in much. I didn't prioritize much. The opportunity was there. I just did not make it a priority. I prioritized spending time with my family and plugging into them more than anything, even more than recording a video. I recorded one video and I accidentally deleted it. So that told me my attention needed to be where I was at and not elsewhere. So quick look at this week. Obviously there's not a lot to see here. I got in a total of 3 hours. 2.5 of those hours were over here on Sunday and then 30 minutes over here. This was a run I did at Disney. We drove down here and I got to run in Tallahassee here. And then this will kind of include last week is I did not get much in here because I left, and as you guys saw a couple videos ago, my father was in the hospital, so I was in Tupelo, so I did not get that work in. So I'm going to look at something real quick because I all the time get athletes that stress over these weeks. They stress over the vacations, they stress over the work trips, the time away from exercising or potential time away from exercising. And I want to show you guys something because this is very important to me. You have to understand life is going to happen. If you do not have this, you are the most boring frickin' person that there is. You are probably the person, if you don't have this kind of time, these days off, these times missed because of different priorities with your family and such, you're the asshole that's at Christmas riding on the bike trainer while kids are opening presents. Don't be that type of athlete. So I say it all the time, you can be a great athlete and a terrible human being all at the same time. Don't be that. So this was planned for. This was accounted for. Anything I got in here was lanyap. My bike went with me. Again, didn't prioritize it, didn't get it in, so I missed a bunch. But here's the takeaway I'm going to go through really quickly. So let's look back a couple weeks ago. Right now, we're only going to look at CTL and TSB. So how fit I am, essentially, in a very archaic nutshell, and how fresh I am, how rested I am. So this week I'm at 45 CTL at the end of last week. And 19 TSB. Anything above 0 is rested, and this number is all kind of relative to who you are as an athlete, where you've been before, and what kind of training load you can take on. So missed all this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days of basically nothing. Now there was probably 15 to 25,000 steps walked, so it's good for aerobic training if you want to really pull it out of it, but missed it. Thinking, oh shit, man, I'm not feeling good. This run was hard. I didn't feel like I really wanted to do it because I kind of got out of that routine. But let's look by the numbers here, 45 and 19. Let's go back 2 weeks when I had a really big week. I was at 50 and minus 48. I was smashed this week. I was tired. There was no doubt about it. This week I was tired. Here I was at 39 and 46. So another big jump in between these 2 weeks. So 50 is where I got to. It dropped 1 CTL, but I kind of freshened up a little bit here. And now I'm only at 45 and 19, which tells me in 2 weeks I've only lost 5 CTL. I've said it before. It's been proven that you can safely increase average age group athlete, or average amateur athlete, you can safely increase 4 to 6 CTL per week. So that tells me I'm only a week out from being where I was. Sure, I lost a week, but I didn't go anywhere. I'm still in the game. I'm still in the hunt. And I'm actually really fresh. And I can tell you now, I feel really good on these 2 days that I did. I feel really fresh. So that lines out well for me. But I want you guys to take solace in that. I didn't do a whole lot to maintain that. I only put in 3 hours, 150 TSS, and yet I only fell 5 CTL in 2 weeks. So you got a trip coming up, plan for it, account for it. It's a good time to do a big training week prior to it and then go vacation or whatever, or plan a big block coming out of it. You must have the time mentally and physically away from sport to heal, to recover, to maintain relationships, and to keep everyone around you happy, because at the end of the day, in 10, 15, 20 years, those people are still going to be around you. The sport may not. So keep that in mind. So take these weeks, enjoy them, and know that they're going to come. Plan for them, and just freaking get it done if you can. But if you can't, it's all right. So, journey continues. Thank you all for riding along.